Hi, my name is Nicole. The purpose of this video is to explain the differences between renting people from offshore companies such as call centers, virtual assistant firms, and RPOs, with hiring people like me in the Dominican Republic to work same as long-term career employees through an HR partner company that fits in the middle. An example is, instead of renting a person from an offshore company, I could work an entire career for you, same as a long-term loyal employee for half the cost of working from your USA location, and do this through an HR partner company that operates in USA and Dominican Republic. Imagine me working the next 10 years for you, where my cost can be 50% less than working at your USA location. First, let's go over the truth about offshore companies and then compare to our HR payroll concept. For this example, assume I work for an offshore company and was assigned to your company. I was hired as an employee of the offshore company, and they rent me to your company as a remote, lower cost, and expendable worker. An example is, being your remote assistant, I work for them, not really for you. The offshore company has the control over me. An example is, they can pull me away from your company and reassign me to another American company that pays more. I would know that you think of me as an extra, low-cost and expendable worker, not like I am your career employee. And you will think of me as an extra and expendable worker and not care about me either. The truth about these offshore rent-a-worker companies is the workers and American clients do not care about each other, nor is there any commitment or loyalty to each other. When explained like this, you can understand why that rent-a-worker business model never turns into long-term success. Other facts are, offshore companies pay people poverty wages and treat them badly. These companies force people to work 14 hours per day and will assign the same person to 2 different American companies, hoping they do not notice. Additionally, the jobs with these offshore companies are unstable, so the people bounce around to keep working, which results in turnover for the American companies that use these services. Most American company leaders do not realize this, but when using these offshore companies, the American companies are also supporting mistreatment of the workers. It is the owners and managers of these offshore companies who make all the money. The actual workers live in poverty. The main point is, most American companies that try offshore companies cancel within 6 months to 1 year when realizing the failures and overselling their abilities outweigh the benefits of lower cost. Using me for this example, if I worked for an offshore company and was rented to your company as remote, lower cost, and expendable worker, I may take this job offer to earn more money while I continue looking for a better job. I will quit once I find a better job, which results in turnover for you. The offshore company then tries talking to you into accepting a replacement. This is exactly what happens with offshore call centers, virtual assistant firms, and RPOs. Ask yourself this question: how many times have you called your bank or airline and are routed to an offshore call center where the agent does not speak good English and has an uncaring attitude? That is what you get when renting customer support and other workers from offshore companies. Let's switch the conversation to my working directly for you, same as a career employee, where my cost is half that of working at your USA location, and do this through an HR partner company. Step 1. Assume you want to hire a remote and lower-cost assistant, customer, sales, technical support, accountant, or recruiter trainee. Step 2. You request one person with our USA company in Fort Lauderdale. They transfer your request to our Dominican HR company. Step 3. The Dominican HR company recruits 3 suitable candidates for you to interview over Zoom or Teams. We are all college educated, have good skills, and are bilingual English and Spanish. For this example, you select me. Our Dominican HR company hires me on your behalf. I fit in with your company same as a career employee. Imagine me working for you the next 10 years. Our American and Dominican companies front the money to cover my payroll every month. Your company reimburses our USA company the next month. Here's a good visual aid to help you understand how the dots connect from your company to me in the DR. Your USA company, our USA corporation, our Dominican HR, me and DR working for you. I fit in working for you same as a loyal employee, yet there is no legal connection between your company and me in the Dominican Republic. You get me as a career-minded employee, yet without any USA employee overhead costs or legal risks. A. You do not pay any payroll, FICK, or state unemployment tax. B. I cannot file lawsuits against your company, so there are no legal risks. C. All USA employee overhead costs are eliminated. D. Our Dominican team leader helps you manage me while you and I build a direct relationship. E. We cover the costs of recruiting me, my payroll, international banking, etc. F. A laptop and high-speed internet are provided to your Dominican worker. When all of these items are combined with the dollar to peso currency exchange, you can understand how a person like me can work for you remote from the DR for half the cost of your USA location. A key ingredient is because I work for you same as a career employee, even though on paper I am a contractor through the HR company, you and I think of each other as on the same team. This explains why I would be loyal and motivated to work for you as long as possible. That loyalty, longevity, and positive attitude is not possible when renting people from offshore companies. You can also see why we created our business model the way we did. Which would be your choice? Rent me from an offshore company after all the details I shared, or have me work for you same as a loyal career employee through an HR partner, yet for half the cost of your USA location? Examples of jobs and people that are realistic for people like me to do remote from the DR are recruiter trainees, personal assistant for your company leaders. A person like me has the basic skills for you to train to do any work that you need to be done. Customer, sales, and technical support, accounting and bookkeeping, or any job that is doable online and by phone that is trainable. You and I can see and talk to each other over Zoom or Teams video call. You can also use screen sharing to show me work instructions the same as if I am sitting next to you. In this modern world with video call and screen sharing, you and I can work together literally the same as if we were sitting next to each other in your office. If the idea of having people like me work remote for you from the DR as career employees for half the cost of your USA location is appealing, we can schedule a call to answer your questions. We can also follow up with a much more detailed video that explains the nuts and bolts of working together. Finally, the DR is only 2 hours from Miami. Some of our American clients travel to DR to spend time with their workers. Examples are Christmas parties or just to spend time together and do some live training at a hotel meeting room. Spending time with your remote staff is not possible with offshore companies, but with us, we would love for you to visit DR and spend time with us. We would love to hear from you and wish you an amazing day. Bye from the DR.